Last but not least, we are here to finalize this special TV program. At my right-hand side, André Dujot. He's member of the board of ACES Europe. He's the president of the Federation of Sport Municipalities in the Netherlands, and I used to call him the brain. Why? You will see right now. Mr. Dujot, good morning.
Good morning.
Hello, how are you?
I'm really fine, thank you.
It was a real pleasure how you helped ACES Europe, not only in terms of the development of the association in the Netherlands, but also to generate policy making.
Yeah.
How we are doing policy making with, first, the policy paper with UNESCO, and secondly, with the European Network of Cities from the European Capitals of Sport.
Together also with Eurocities.
Absolutely.
Important body of 160, 170 cities.
Super cities.
With super cities, with over, I think, 160 million people, inhabitants living there. So together working with EU and of course other organizations, we have two important lines. One is of course the line exchanging knowledge, because not only celebrating an award is important, but also many years of working before, but also after. How can you exchange, how can you learn from each other? Maybe they have the same problem, you can develop together policy making programs, whatever. And then you need the support, of course, from the national ministries and ministers of sports or health or infrastructure. But this is also important here in where we are now, here in this nice building of the EU Parliament. And people, I always say, people don't live in the Parliament. They don't live in the Parliament in a nation, but they live in a street near, and the nearest by municipality is the nearest by government. So there you can make the changes, and then you have to work together with the national bodies, but also with the international bodies like EU. So we can offer 125, 150 million people from EU, from living in 60, 70, 80 cities. And we created this network. We started the idea 2 years ago with Sofia, with Glasgow, with The Hague, with Genoa, with Paris, with Madrid. And now we are with over 60 cities. We created already this network, we established it. And now we can exchange, we can work, and we will offer today actually the first manifest on 4 topics like social inclusion through sports, but also like energy questions, so sustainability through sports. So you can do a lot with sports.
I don't know if your home have this older table game called Trivial Pursuit. If you have any question to him, you can do it, because he has always a reply. Reply also for UNESCO. UNESCO wanted to get more inclusive cities through the sport. And you know which door they knocked? The door of ACES Europe and André Dujot. Talk a little bit more about that.
Yes, that's a real special one, because that's worldwide, but that is really grassroots working. And so this means how you can exchange programs from Argentina to Sweden, or from South Africa to Asia. And at the grassroots level, that cities can understand how they can use something tomorrow morning. When they see the good idea, they can use it tomorrow morning. But how do you do that? And so we did a presentation with UNESCO, and so we are working now on this paper. It will be in Baku in March of 2023, next year. Will be the MINEPs, and MINEPs means all the ministers of sports coming there together in Azerbaijan. It was postponed 2 times because of COVID. The last time was 2017 in Kazan in Russia. And then we make these new appointments for another 4 or 5 years on which topics. And we said the same thing, the Sustainable Development Goals imported from the United Nations, signed by all the countries all over the world. But how can you use sports and physical activity in this? And we will present this paper on behalf, of course, of ACES Europe and the Association of Municipalities and Sports in Baku. And I'm really, really proud on this, because from everywhere we will have the good examples of what you can do every year, every day, to make people more often more sports, but also healthier.
You can follow this policy paper from the ACIS Europe website and also from the magazine that you can download also from internet. And to introduce the next guest, I want you to explain just a little bit in 30 seconds how you enter in a municipality, how you explain how important is the sport with the tool you have according to social return on the investment into the sport, and how they say, my goodness, with data, we can increase the quality of life of citizens. Just 1 minute, 30 seconds to say that.
I always say, what is the biggest match in every country, in every city town hall? It's always about money. It's not about who is winning against who. But so you need to prove that sports and physical activity really saves you money. So we developed this tool together with a lot of other organizations on which prove what can it save, if, for instance, in labor, in health, in education, in crime costs. And so we can show them, if you invest €1, how much they will save not paying in these areas. It's 78 indicators in 3 important areas. And after 1 hour, most of the time in 1 hour, now I have 1 minute and 30 seconds, but in 1 hour, when I leave, they will invest.
And you know why? Because of the data, because he gives a tool to can evaluate that. So this is very important, and we will talk in the near future more about this tool.
Sure.
Thank you, André. Enjoy the gala.
Really
André de Jo from the Netherlands, and we continue in this country with Maarten Gijssel. He is the CEO of Kinetic Analysis, and they are leading a project called Vital Cities Challenge. Maarten, good evening.
Hi.
Hello, how are you?
Fantastic, thank you.
As you hear from André, the data is very important, and with the Vital City Challenge, we have data. Please explain a little bit, what is this?
Exactly, thanks so much. Vital Cities platform is a tool that calculates the social return on investment. And in that way, we can enforce the decision makers to make data-driven decisions. And that's something that we think we should do much more from now on.
You are inside the project and you are inside the heart of Vital City Challenge. What are your thoughts if you enter into the project, and with these inputs, what can you tell us?
Well, it's really interesting to engage with the city partners, and beyond this project we are now active in 10 European countries, and we talk with the policymakers on a regional level. Each city and each region has their own specific goals, and what is important to us is to capture that in data and to show what is all the impact of the efforts that everyone makes. So for instance, the city has a specific focus on younger populations. Others, they want to focus on intergenerational challenges. Others purely on the older adults. And what we provide is a tool that captures data on activity, but also on their other means. What is important for the city? For instance, the use of public transport. Where do these people live? How much do we need to invest in terms of time and energy to activate a specific target group? And then we see exactly what comes out of that effort. So we see, for instance, in the average of the Vital Cities Challenge project is that there is an activation of 62% compared to the start of the project.
Wow.
So that's a great win for a 2-year project, I would say. And we now look into methods how to engage that number and to keep it a sustainable impact.
Because now you have developed an app to engage more people, but now you need to keep these people engaged, which is the challenge.
Exactly. So what we're actually doing here on the front end side of things, so engaging with the end users, it's all about behavioral change and to keep people engaged. And there we have to work with people, and people are different. So everybody has another hook to keep them engaged. Some, they would like to have challenges with their peers, or they compete against themselves. Others, they're mainly in for the community aspect of things. So we actually bring people together physically by challenges and events, and that is a key driver for other people that are using the application. So we look in what kind of profiles do we see in our user base, and how can we hook them in and engage them for their best interest, but also for the impact for the cities.
If someone from the other side of the camera wants to check it out what it is, they can enter in a website, they can download the app, and they can follow the challenge. That's right? How to do it?
Exactly. So you can download the app via the app stores. You can also go to the website, which is vitalcitieschallenge.eu, and you can also find us at the core at kineticanalysis.com, and that's where you see all the initiatives around the vital cities and all around human emotion data.
Ladies and gentlemen, the brain and the IT, both together, make people more active more often, because here from ACES Europe, we try to improve the quality of life of the citizens. Maarten, Gijssel.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much to you, and look forward to seeing you in the gala later on.
Merci, Hugo.
Thank you very much, André de Yo. Thank you also to you. And ladies and gentlemen, it was a real pleasure. I want to be here the next year, so please wait one more year, 365 days more, with a lot of news and with a lot of new cities around. Thank you. See you next year. Bye-bye. Be active. More active then. Bye.